Hey everybody, it's Leonie here from Wcki, and today, no new stitch, but just something that I've been asked on a number of occasions now is, how do you keep the edges straight? Very simple. I use a stitch marker. I make sure that my first and my last stitch of a row has been marked. So when I then get to the stitch, I actually crochet into the stitch with the stitch marker still in place, because that way I make sure that I've caught the last stitch, as well as once I finish the stitch and I start with the next row, I make my first stitch of the next row, and only then do I move my stitch marker from this row to the new row. And that is how I keep my edges straight. Trust me, it looked far worse when I started off crocheting, because I always had one stitch extra or one stitch too little, and I started either fanning out or cutting in. So you've got two options. Either you use a stitch marker like I have done here, or you count every single row and every single stitch. So you will sit there going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, let's use stitch markers. They're inexpensive. You can get it from your wool shop or your hobby shop. They look different to the ones that I've got here, but either way, put a stitch marker in. It takes a few seconds longer, that when you get to the end of the row and you need to change the stitch marker, it just takes that second or two longer. But you know what? It's absolutely worth it, because as you can see, my rows are straight. So, and that is how I crochet and keep my edges straight. Have fun and see you again soon.